Waiting on all the things. All right, am I live, friends? I believe I am. Okay. Hey, hello, how you doing? How you doing? Brianna here. If you don't know, now you know. I just lost my train of thought because that was weird. Anywho, I am the owner, the creator, the designer, the all the things at Black Unicorn Creative LLC. And what is that? What is Black Unicorn Creative? It is a creative design company that helps businesses in the horse industry establish their digital hoofprint. Do that by doing graphic design and web design so that tech challenged horse people can establish an online presence. So that is me. That is what I do. And if you are coming across this video as the first video that you've ever seen from me, this month I am going over 31 ways to establish your digital hoofprint. And I am live via my phone and Facebook. So if I'm looking back and forth, that is why. So, previously I've gone over 9 ways to establish your digital hoofprint. So this, 8. This video, I want to go through numbers 10 to 15. Okay. Let's do a brief recap. So the first way is figure out what your story is. What is it that you're telling people about yourself? What is unique about yourself, right? First way is what is your story? Second way is, okay, now you got your story, write an authentic bio about yourself. And I talked about how you can have more than one bio. You can have a fun and short and quirky one, or you can have a more professional one that's like in the third person or something. The number 3 was creating your social media pages. You know, you have your business name. You want to go ahead and grab those social media pages so that you're not like out here looking crazy. Like, oh my gosh, this business is named exactly the same thing as mine, has my social media handles, right? You don't want that. Number 5 is launching your website. So websites are so important. They are where you pay your mortgage. Social media is where you pay your rent. Okay. If social media was gone tomorrow, would you have somewhere for your clients to go to see your work? Along with that, number 5 is building an email list. Again, if social media was gone tomorrow, how would you contact your people? How would you contact your clients? You want to go ahead and try to capture those emails on an email list so that you can reach these people. Say your Facebook or your Instagram gets deleted on accident, because that happens. It's happened to a friend of mine, several friends of mine actually. You want to be able to get in touch with these people and at least let them know, like, hey, Instagram kicked me off, right? And then we kind of get into like content. So you could have a blog on your website, and you can go over all your different topics, give updates, any news, any media that you need to share, any articles done about you. You can put all that stuff on your blog. You could develop a podcast, which, as you know me, you know that I host a podcast. And that is a cool way to build a community and give your audience something to listen to. From that, you can also make a YouTube channel. A lot of people like YouTube. YouTube is like a search engine. So if you can put your, leatherwork business on YouTube and just you don't even have to talk. Maybe you just having your hands working on a project. People like to see stuff like that, right? Like it's like visually pleasing. So they want to see things like that. So that was number 9. So we're going to go into numbers 10 through 15 to catch up with our numbers. All right. So number 10, this kind of goes along with our YouTube. It is creating like instructional or fun videos. So you could utilize, which is one of my favorite things right now, Reels. Everyone was on the TikTok situation when that came out, until they realized they didn't know how to use it. But Reels is a little bit easier in my opinion. It's kind of like the bootleg TikTok, but it is on Instagram. So you can make little fun, cute, instructional videos on Instagram, TikTok, or just, with a video editor. And you would be able to capture people's attention. People like to share stuff that makes them laugh or makes them feel good. So you could use video to do that as it pertains to your business and the message that you want to get out there. You can have, if one of your horses was out in the pasture playing with a jolly ball and, just being silly, or they're running around with their blanket. Like, everybody clicks those videos. Horses tearing stuff up and being silly. So you could share stuff like that. That kind of brings a human aspect to your business. Like, hey, I'm a person too, and helps you relate to your people, because everyone's experienced, horses being crazy, being silly. So number 10, you can create instructional or fun videos. For example, I did a reel earlier this week on 7 ways to share one idea. So it was just a video of me with my little board that I got for my birthday. It's backwards on Instagram, but it's forward on Facebook. Establish your digital Hoofprint. And it was just going over the 7 ways that you can repurpose and utilize one single idea, right? So you can record a video about it. You can rip the audio from that video and put it on a podcast, which is what we do for YBE. We utilize both forms of delivery for that. You could do like what I'm doing now. You could go on Instagram or Facebook Live and do like a Q&A, but do some sort of live video talking about this subject, this idea. You could write a blog post about it and even link to your video. The blog post doesn't have to be super, super detailed, but it can just be a way that you can establish that like longer form content on your website. It'll help you with SEO. It'll help you with keywords and things like that to help you rank higher on Google searches. You can create a freebie or a lead magnet surrounding your idea. So, for example, so I made a freebie that people can download. Well, I'm working on making a new download page for that, but it was called Establishing the Rollback, and it's a worksheet where it walks you through how to pivot in your business, how to understand what your foundation is, and how to launch in your new direction with purpose and strength. You can create some sort of lead magnet or freebie to capture email addresses and send out value to your clientele. You can also link that in your blog. See, all these things are related. They're different mediums, but they're all related. You could do like a fun survey or poll or quiz just to gauge your audience's perception on the idea, if they learned anything after experiencing your work, or listening to your video, or listening to your podcast, whatever, listening to your live, you can give them some sort of survey or poll or quiz, and even give an incentive like a coupon or something. People like to be rewarded for their hard work, like filling out a survey. So that was what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the survey was number 6. Or you could create some sort of online course for that. So that's really detailed, but you can use that one idea and create an entire curriculum behind it and host it as like either a free masterclass or like an online clinic or some sort of online course set up for that. So 7 ways to have one idea. And so number 11 is creating a how-to or a list or a guide. And that is pretty much delivered as a freebie. It may be in exchange for an email, something like that. But that gives you some sort of like deliverable for your clients for these interactions. So someone may not be ready to work with you just yet, but they downloaded this deliverable, this guide, this list of things like things that you need to have in your equine first aid kit. If you had that, say, hey, put your email here. This list will be sent to you. You can capture that email. They can say, oh my gosh, this is so helpful. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then you've established a connection with that person. You've established some sort of notoriety with that person. At the end of the month, girlfriend, Michelle said, do you have all these listed out for us to review? At the end of the month, I'm going to put an entire list out, and it's going to have links to all of the like posts, the blogs, the videos that I've done discussing it, so that all of the information is in one spot. So I figured I would do that first, just so people wouldn't be like, oh, I see number 28 is this one. Can I ask about this one? I'll be like, no, just wait till the 28th, okay? So I'm going to do it all at the end, and it might be a downloadable PDF that you'll have to give me your email to access, right? Okay, strategy in here, strategy. Oh, y'all, it's late. I'm silly. I'm sorry. Lists, how-tos, guides. You can use that as a deliverable that's free, that draws people in and provides some value. Don't just create like raggedy sheet that literally adds nothing to their life, because they will remember that also, right? So that's number 10. Oh wait, I'm getting my numbers mixed up. We'll move on to the next one. Number 12. Number 12 is using hashtags. Hashtags are very important, primarily on Instagram and Twitter. Facebook's like trying to get back in the hashtag game again, but it's just like you only use one hashtag, not like a whole bunch of hashtags. So, using hashtags on Instagram, like there's a whole strategy behind it. And some people teach that strategy. I have not perfected it, so I'm not going to teach the entire strategy, but some of the key points are finding hashtags in your niche, finding hashtags that have incremental levels of usage. So you want to have like a hashtag that has like less than 20. less than 10,000 uses of it, instances of it. Yeah, words are not coming right now. So you have some that are less than 10,000 or even less than 5,000. It depends on how specific you want to be. Or you can have, so you'll have like 10 of those. You can use up to 30 hashtags in an Instagram post. So strategically, you can say, I'm going to have 10 hashtags that have been used less than 5,000 times, 10 hashtags that have been used between 5,000 and 20,000 times, and then 10 hashtags that have been used like 50, 100,000 or more. So the people search for stuff on social media using these hashtags. So you don't want to use hashtags that have like millions of usages, because when people search, that means that hashtag is used so much that your post is gonna fall quickly on that page specific to that hashtag. I'm gonna make I still have to make my graphic for it, but I'm gonna put some links to people that have information about hashtag strategy, because I'm not an expert at it just yet, but I do see the value of it. So it is one way that you can establish your digital hoofprint. That's just one of the things I like, which it may not be 100% correct. I like establishing my own hashtags, if that makes sense. So ones that I use consistently are BU Create, because that's my thing. Black Unicorn Creative and Digital Hoofprint. Like, those are 3 that I use on my personal page that I'm like, okay, this is going to keep all my posts together. But I'll also use hashtags like equine marketing, horse industry marketing, horse businesses, stuff like that have been used a little bit more. And then I can use bigger hashtag like horses of Instagram that has like millions of uses. Yeah, it depends on the hashtags that you use. Michelle says that when she uses hashtags, she only sees like 100 plus when she adds them. It depends. Sometimes you could be the difference between like seeing 100 and seeing 100,000 if you add an S on the end, like equine photographer or equine photographers. They're going to have 2 different amounts. So you just have to choose strategically which ones you want to use. The next way to establish your digital hoofprint is to sell merchandise. It is something that you can automate, which is what I've had to do recently. It is something that you can outsource. You just have to find the right way to do it. So I am now using Printful to create the shirts and stuff for the podcast, and Black Unicorn Creative will have some shirts coming out soon too, which I'm super excited about. But you do have to make sure that when you outsource that you are getting the quality that you want to associate yourself with delivered to your clients. So I've had where the quality has been poor. So now I have to go back and fix that and choose a different like brand of shirt so that the quality does not suck. So there's pluses and minuses. But if you want to sell merchandise and have hands off, you can definitely outsource. If you want to have hands on, if a physical product is part of your business, like if you are a horse trainer and you develop this really nifty trademarked prototype type of crop or something, you want to sell it because it's a magical crop, that's one way that you can say, hey, this is what I got. This is my jam. I can make money off this. People will know me for this. This will come up. If somebody's searching crops, it'll come up. with my name, and then they'll see my business. Stuff like that. Merchandise. A lot of times you can put an e-commerce portion to your website. It does cost most of the time, but you can add that to your website so that you can do processing and payment processing and order processing right there on your website. So if you want your web designer to do that for you, definitely ask, because most times it can be done. Okay, the next one is develop some sort of online contest or referral program or some sort of badge program. And so it's funny because I wrote this list of 31 ways to establish your digital hoofprint. Let me see, did I write a date on my actual list? I didn't write the date. Daggone. I didn't write the date. It was sometime in early September. But since then, Instagram has come out with badges. I don't know if you can see it here on my Instagram. I don't know if I don't have enough followers yet, but you can purchase badges. If you are on someone's Instagram live, you can purchase a badge to like show that you support them. Like, what? Like, Instagram will find a way to get your money. So they have a badge program that you can support like your favorite people. So that's pretty cool. Facebook has the top fans badge that you'll get a notification and it's like, you have been upgraded to Young Black Equestrians top fans. Accept your badge here. That makes people feel good. Getting participation trophies online. That makes them happy. So that's just one of the ploys that you can use to help establish your digital hoofprint and develop kind of community around your business and around your brand. You can honestly do it in your own like actual business. Like say that you're a trainer. Michelle, I don't know if you are still on here, but what was the thing? The bucks. It was some sort of like barn bucks where as students worked, they could earn barn bucks and cash it in for lessons. So that is like, instead of like paying an hourly rate, they could earn bucks, horse bucks. Yeah. They could earn bucks for chores or something like that. I don't know if I made that up, but it's an amazing idea. So you can develop some sort of like reward or referral program or like incentive program for your business, for your online presence, like all that, so that people can feel good and like want to share your business with other people. Like, this is, has anybody else done horse books? No. She said, we work for 5 horse bucks an hour and we could use them for anything from lessons, leasing, and buying helmets, etc. So when I heard of that, I thought that was genius. So that is just one of the ways that you can kind of get yourself out there and get people excited about working with you and working under you, all those things. I love that idea. And the last one for today is creating an online course. So that was in one of my 7 ways to produce one idea. But you could create an online course. It could be free, like a free 1-hour masterclass, or it could be paid. You charge people to access your work. You could create that and market that as a product. And it can be either like scheduled, like you have to walk them through that course, like a live situation, like a webinar or something, or it can be recorded and people go through it at their own pace and they can, pretty much make you money passively. Like you put that course together, put it online, and all you do is kind of follow up with your Facebook group. If you want to do that, you can make a Facebook group for people to discuss, but you can make an online course and market that as a product, and it's a way to make passive income, but it's also a way to kind of create some conversation around your business and around your brand, and to foster a sense of brand authority. Like, people who don't know what they're talking about usually don't hold classes, right? So if you're holding a course, if you're holding an online course, people are going to be like, oh, she's going to teach us something. Let me see, has anyone else talked about her course? Actually, I see reviews all over her page about her course, and they're fantastic. Let me take this course. Let me purchase this course. I want to have the same results as they did. So that is way number 14. Oh, I think I discussed more than one. Okay, we're going to just go ahead to 15 because that's what I said I was going to do. Number 15. Jesus Christ. Write for other blogs. Write for other people. When I Google my name, I see myself on my own website, but I also see myself on other people's websites. And so if you're writing for some of these high-powered, they have a lot of dollars behind their website and behind their marketing and behind their SEO. If you're writing for them, your name is going to be attached to their website. So if they are ranking higher on Google, your name is going to, if somebody searches your name is going to show up in association with them. And so if you're writing for blogs that are notable in your industry, people are going to see that and say, hey, she wrote an article for Horse Network, and they're pretty big. That's crazy. She must know what she's talking about. People find you all kinds of ways on the internet. So you want to associate yourself with very positive, very curated, related to your business, very direct articles and associations and blog posts, so that you can establish your digital hoofprint that way. So it's not directly related to your business per se, because it's not content on your own website, but like, I think my bio is on Horse Network. So people can look at my article, look at my bio, and say, oh my gosh, I want to follow her. Boom. Go to my website. Boom. Go to my social media pages. And then they say, okay, she knows what she's talking about. Right? All right. I think I have held you guys up for enough time. All right. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was weird. I got to get my numbers correct. But quick recap of whatever numbers that I went over today. Creating instructional and fun videos, creating how-to lists or guides, using hashtags on social media, selling merchandise, e-commerce on your website or through Facebook and Instagram, because you can do that too. You can set up your Facebook and Instagram to sell products, also make that shmoney. And then you can develop some sort of online contest or referral or badge program. Instagram has one already. Facebook has one already. Why can't you have one? Okay. Create an online course, because people who don't know what they're talking about don't teach about it, right? Most of the time, anyway. And then you can guest write for other blogs to kind of spread your wings, dip your finger in all the different pots and then direct people back to you, because you're writing about something that you are comfortable with and that pertains to your business, and that will get people to come back to you, especially if you're writing for a entity that has a lot of marketing prowess behind it and ranks higher on Google searches. So those are the ways that I've discussed today. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message on any of my socials, or you can go to my website and fill out the contact form, shoot me an email, one of those things. All right, y'all. Have a good night. I hope you learned something, and I will do this again for the next group of ways. All right. Good night.